If you would like to get this month's crystal reading for your sign for download and purchase, please click on the Vimeo link below this video in the Show More section, or visit my website, theluckymermaid.com, and the links for these videos are posted on the most recent video page. Please be sure to check out my other psychic readings for each zodiac sign I have available there as well. Thank you so much. Wish you many blessings and peace.
Hi Gemini, I'm Pam, and welcome to your Psychic Tarot reading for October 2016. This month I laid out the 5-card Rainbow Tarot spread for you using the Robin Wood Tarot deck. And remember, these are general readings, and to get messages pertaining specifically for you, you would need a private reading. This recording is for Gemini Sun, Gemini Ascendant, and Gemini Moon. Please be sure to watch your rising sign and your moon sign to gain more insight and information, because some months they will resonate more for you than your sun sign will. All that being said, Gemini, now on to your reading for October 2016. The first card you have that shows up here, Gemini, is a good one. You have Ace of Rods or Wands. An Ace of Rods is a card to me that symbolizes new beginnings. This could be receiving an inheritance, it could be a new job, a new business, a new enterprise, a new home, a new love relationship, a new deal, anything that's new beginnings. There's a shift and a change in something that's going on, something that you're doing. I get, for some of you, it feels like something that you applied for, like some of you, it's a new job. I get that for some of you. For others, I feel it's like a new opportunity. Maybe you got promoted at the job where you are, or they offered you to do something in addition to what you already do, but you got at the place you already work. Some of you, this could be you started a new business. For some of you, I see some of you starting to roll in the direction of wanting to get married or get a connection with someone. If you've been sitting on the shelf for a while, I see you feeling tired of it, bored of doing that. If you've been in a relationship that's been dissatisfactory to you, and this unsatisfying relationship is now worn you down or taken a toll on you, I see you thinking about getting away or getting out of that. Or now it also comes up for those of you that are in a committed relationship that you're happy with. You may be taking the next step to getting married, but I see a lot of you Geminis focusing on wanting, like, tired with your situation, wanting to progress forward. It comes up most strongly in the areas of love and love relationships, but this can also apply to work as well. I do feel there may be some details that you overlooked, and you may be having to go over contracts, papers, negotiations, deals, or anything that you've written with a fine-tooth comb, and maybe revising it, changing it, or going back and filling in the blanks. I feel like you missed some details on something that you have to go back and revise, reword, or redo. I see some of you thinking, I'm not going to get taken advantage of anymore. I'm not going to get pushed around by people who don't, and by people that don't appreciate my smarts, my beauty, my intelligence, my knowledge, my business acumen, whatever it is. I see you feeling like, kind of like, people need to start recognizing something about you in some way. I see you thinking that, you being kind of paying attention and really looking forward toward the future. If any of you, some of you may have at work some kind of small hiccup where you've had to, like I said, they're coming up with it again. They just are calling it a hiccup. So it's not some big major catastrophe here where you have to go back and rewrite, revise, or rework something. That comes up here. The next card you have a little bit of a seesaw reading here. Is the Seven of Swords. And the Seven of Swords is a card to me that symbolizes someone stealing something from you. It can also indicate somebody lying to you and deceiving you. It could be all of the above, lying, deceiving, and theft. This could be of anything: business ideas, inspirations, your significant other, identity theft, money, anything. So many things could get stolen. It's not even funny. I know this is going to sound like a weird message, and some of you are going to get mad at me for saying it probably, but I do feel like some of you have somebody that's kind of watching you, looking over your shoulder. So you may have maybe an ex is stalking you, or maybe you have somebody that's jealous, that's watching what you're doing. Some of you, this could be in a work-related situation where you have somebody, a boss, looking over your shoulder, or a coworker that maybe covets your position or covets your ideas and inspirations, that could be watching you and looking over your shoulder. That does come up here, so don't get mad at me, but it's not going to apply to all of you Geminis. I feel that some of you Geminis are really starting to accumulate some money now and putting some money into savings, or having more money in your pocket also comes up here. Some of you, this could be maybe you're going to invest the money in something, a property, a business, stocks, bonds, in your own business, in something. But some of you have money. I see you, if you didn't have it before, you might start to have some now that you're able to start saving it or investing it and doing something with it. Some of you, I feel at your place of work or business, there's some kind of flip happening. A flip, they're saying, where something is changing and turning around. So either it wasn't doing well and now it's improving and it flipped, or it was doing well and now it's not doing well and it flipped in that sense. But the sense, what I really feel they're talking about the most, it's what's striking me the most, is that somebody else comes in and buys the company, or new management comes in, or new CEOs, or new whatevers, new owners come in, and that there's some kind of flip, like things change or flip in the business you work for, the company you work for. It could even be some kind of flip or change if you own your own business, but this feels more to me like if you work for somebody else. Be careful of any pirating going on, any internet schemes or scams. There's some dirty work afoot, and some things are going to be under scrutiny. For some of you, there could be some underworld connections connected to your place of work or business that are going to start to get looked at. Or the place you own or the place you work for, there's some underhanded dealings going on there that I feel are going to get investigated or come out to light. I'm not saying you're doing it, Gemini, but I feel like some of you are going to have this going on around your place of business. So this card came up as a few different things. So you might want to listen to that second card of Seven of Swords again. Now, your third card you have right here, this is a good card. See, now, Virgo had a seesaw reading, and you are having a seesaw with the cards too, or up, down, a zigzag. Here you have the Sun. Now, that's an excellent card, and you had Ace of Rods to start off with, so that's good. The Sun is happiness, joy, returning to the exuberance of childhood joy and happiness. It can mean the spotlight being on you. You could have having the time of your life. It also can indicate having success in the material world as well. Some of you Geminis are going to start getting involved in training or educating others. Some of you Geminis may have had some trips or travel that occurred in September, or you could possibly doing some of that in October. I do see some of you Geminis working on some kind of monetary value system that's going to change. Either it's the country or it's at the place where you work. I see some of you thinking about wanting to meet someone and starting to work out and think about working out, exercising, and getting more fit. I see that for some of you Geminis. Some of you may have actually been retaining a lot of fluid lately. So this could be just hormonal or to do with salt intake or temperature change, maybe traveling on a plane. That can also do it. But I see you also retaining a lot of fluids or retaining water comes up for some of you Geminis. I see some great some of you getting put into a position of power. There may be great speculation over this on your part or on the part of others, but I do see for some of you Geminis getting placed in a position of power. And I see you doing everything with due diligence and putting all your focus, your energies forth onto putting your best foot forward, doing the best job that you can. I see a lot of you really full of a lot of vim and vigor. Energy looks really high for you, and you pouring out that energy in a lot of positive ways, in a lot of different ways, going to the gym, running, jogging, boating, whatever, lifting weights, all of that. But I also see it in what you're working on, whatever you're working on, whether you work or don't, Gemini. If you are a homemaker and you take care of your children, or if you are retired, or you look after your grandchildren and you do things like that, whatever it is, if you're building an addition, changing the interior of your home, I just see you pouring a lot of intense focus and energy on what you're doing. You're pouring a lot of energy into everything you're doing in the month of October, no matter what it is. That comes up for sure. Now, the next card you have here in the reading is the High Priestess. And the High Priestess is a good card. This card symbolizes your own psychic ability and intuition. It also can come up to show you that your highest spirit guide is showing up to give you messages. It can also be a card that indicates something is being kept hidden or secret. Either you're keeping the secret and keeping something hidden, or something is around you is being kept or secret or hidden. Some of you are going to be selling off some belongings, selling off some stocks and bonds, selling off property, getting rid of a lot of things, and moving. I do see that for some of you. The spirit guides here say that you believe in yourself to a point, but it's time to take things a step further. So they're looking at you believing in yourself, but only to a point, and whatever area this makes sense to you. It could be love, your sexuality, romance, your ability to charm people, your business acumen and know-how, your ability to get good grades and good marks in school or training or whatever you're doing. They're saying you do believe in yourself to a point, Gemini, but you have to push past where it stops and take it one step further. I see some of you Geminis receiving some acknowledgement or letter. It looks to me like it comes in one of those orangey yellow envelopes. But they're saying you're going to get this. It's a letter. I see you standing up straight and tall and making your pronouncement or claim to something in October also. Some of you might be buying a house. Some of you might be refinancing a house. You could be closing a deal on something to do with the house. It could be other kinds of deals, closing a deal, but I do see some of you doing that kind of activity in October. Some of you are going to have verbal agreements with people. You're making verbal agreements. And some of you it's nonverbal. Some of you it may be signed agreements too with people in October. I feel some of you, your carnal lusts and things going on in you are being activated in October. So expect to find yourself feeling amorous. If you're not connected with somebody, your drive to get yourself out there and meet somebody is new. If you're already coupled and partnered, you may notice like you becoming like more intensely interested in them, romantically speaking, in the month of October. So the last card you have that shows up here today, Gemini, you have the Tower. Oh no, Virgo got the Tower too. Now you have it here. And the Tower is a card that symbolizes, this could be a fight, an argument, an end of a friendship, an end of a romantic relationship. It can also symbolize a paradigm ending, like throwing off and casting off an old way of doing things, like a paradigm change and shift, and now new ways and new things are going to be adopted and come into the situation in the picture. It's a card that can also symbolize an actual fight or fire, an actual fire, lightning strike or fire to an existing building that you own or have. I see some of you moving things out quickly from somewhere, like dumping things from at the curb and let's go. I see some of you taking everything out of a garage and just saying, I'm not moving any of this stuff with me. I'm hauling it all to the curb and I'm leaving it there. That comes up for some of you, oddly enough, through the Tower. I feel at your place of business or wherever you work, there's going to be some shifts and changes and some people are going to get cast out and fired. This comes up as some people getting fired. I don't feel, it doesn't feel to me like you, because I'm seeing you watch it happen. It could be for some of you, but it's not coming up that way here. I see either way. Some of you feel like you have to hightail it out of there, get out of there, and leave. Some of you may do this because you don't feel like your job is secure or you're worried about it. Some of you, this could be just maybe you don't like somebody in your neighborhood. I get like this neighborhood vibe, like for some of you, where it's been an argument or a fight with somebody, maybe over property lines or trash cans or pets making too much noise or whatever the multitude of reasons neighbors could argue. I feel some of you feeling like you want to leave where you are to get away from someone, a person, people, somebody you're not getting along well with. But I do pick up for some of you, I really feel some of you are going to find that in your job or place of business where you work that there's some dramatic cuts, budget cuts, or downsizing going to go on, and that some people are going to get fired. And so this may drive up something in you where you're going to start looking for another job. I don't know that all of you are going to get out of there in October, but I do feel the I've got to get out of here scenario coming up in me. Like it's either a job you got to get out of there from, a love relationship you got to get out of there from, a living situation that is not boiling down to be good in some ways for you that you've got to get out of there from. That kind of energy circles around October. So I hope this reading was of help to you, and I certainly hope it made sense. I want to thank you so much for watching, sharing, and liking my videos. Thank you for subscribing and for Google Plusing. I do truly appreciate that. And please remember to subscribe. That way you'll get notified when I post my monthly Psychic Tarot readings and updates and other videos here on YouTube. And also to follow me on Twitter and Facebook. I do post things on Facebook that you aren't going to be able to see here on YouTube. And Gemini, if you would like to get a continuation of this reading where I look into the crystal for you, you can, and see what my spirit guides additional messages and insights are for you for this month of October 2016. You can click on the link below the video in the Show More section, and it will take you to my Vimeo videos on demand page for October 2016 crystal readings for download and purchase. You can also access these videos by going to my website, www.pamelageorgel.com. theluckymermaid.com, clicking on the videos tab on my menu and going to page 7, and there you will see the heading October 2016 crystal readings for each sign of the zodiac. You just click on your sign and it will take you to that video on Vimeo. I hope you have an outstanding month of October, Gemini, and know that I wish you many blessings and peace.